Hey guys, this is Steven. I'm doing a review on High School DXD Season 4, basically Hero. It's basically more of a rant, kind of why this show is pretty much trash. But this is for me to you. Whether you love it or hate it, you can leave a comment. But if comment down below. But if you're one of those people that just a fucking 2-year-old that's just gonna leave a nasty comment because I didn't like your show, fuck you. Go somewhere else and then don't watch it. And if you're gonna leave a nasty comment, I'm not gonna even bother with you or make a video about you because you're not worth my fucking time and day. But if you like it, whether you like it or hate it, and if you're a cool guy who likes the show, leave a comment on why you like this series. This is just my opinion alone. Everybody has a right to their own opinion. But again, I'm not going to give you time of day if you're going to leave me a nasty comment, okay? So, yeah. So anyways, here's my review for High School DxD Season 4 Review, Hero, whatever the hell it's called. So let's get with the main ingredient. Now, if you watched my previous review on DxD, you know what I'm going to say first, right? Yeah. It's this fucking main character called Isahiro, a perverted loser that basically serves no purpose in this goddamn show. He serves zero. Do you know why? He's perverted the whole fucking time. That's his character. Oh, and he's the Red Dragon Emperor, but perverted at the same time. Yeah. That's the gif of his character. Does he develop as a character? No. Never. Because the only thing he does is thinks about titties and boobies and mostly just Rias, and this fucking boring. But anyways, let's get more down to it. Issa's relationship with each of the girls and everybody else is fucking boring. Do you know why? Because he's perverted. And they have zero character development. Zero. Like, none. Let me see if you can see this shit. Alright. Yeah, none. Basically. And, his relationship with, Asya. Now, if you watch Season 1, the first 5 episodes of Season 1, his relationships with Asya was pretty decent and pretty good. He actually had respect for Asya, but very loving and caring. It was a very cute relationship, and I actually liked the relationship, even though Issa really was kind of crappy. But Asya made him a better character. In the first 5 episodes, he had a really decent relationship with her, and I liked it. And after that, it became a garbage relationship. Because Asya became more showing her titties and sleeping naked to Issa. She was no longer the pure and innocent girl which Issa wanted to protect. She became the most perverted. She became a perverted bitch who wanted his babies, and because in Season 4 she wants his babies. And she's always sleeping with him naked and showing her titties. Yeah. If Rias is doing it, if Zenobia is doing it, she's like, woohoo! I'm jumping in that too. I'm a whore. Sorry I have tics, just letting you know. But yeah, overall, this is a really bad relationship. It never developed after that. It became a bang of excuse me. It became a big pile of trash. Let's talk about Rias and his relationship with Rias. Wow, the most fakest romance, love. Let me redo that. His relationship with Rias was so fake, never developed, an unbelievable fake romance. Yeah, it was a big pile of garbage and dirt. It was like eating dirt. It felt so disgusting and nasty and ew. And it was just like, what am I watching here? And it's very confusing because Rios is a very badass character. Well, almost badass when she's not that badass. I mean, her families are basically more terrifying than she is. They're more feared because they're more powerful and they have a reputation. She is, however, sort of feared, but not really. You know, she's just a kind of a bitch, in my opinion. And her relationship with Issei is very dull. Like it just never felt real. And somehow they became a like they never become a couple. It's like their relationship never developed. And people will say, "Oh, he saved you from season 1." Give me a fucking break. He lost to Rizar like twice. The only reason he won the second time because he threw a fucking holy water to his freaking face, and that was about it. That was the only thing he won in the fight, and that was it. He was the most pathetic character in there. Like literally, Issei was so weak and pathetic, and asking for, "Hey, Red Dragon Emperor, give me your powers, so I can defeat Rizar." He got more hits. He got beat up by Rizar twice. How, like, this Red Dragon Emperor is supposed to be badass, terrifying, and Issei just doesn't. And Issei basically is the owner of the Red Dragon Emperor, and he's so pathetic. Like, he's not even how would you even, he should have been dead. Like, if I was, Rias, why the fuck would you want this freak around? I mean, seriously. If you're a badass, and he has a Red Dragon Emperor, but he's this fucking weak, I'd dump his ass in seconds. Like, I just said, you know what, you're pathetic, go away. You're useless to me. No, seriously. Because I never understood why the fuck she has interest in Issei. He has no power. He does nothing. He serves no fucking purpose into the story. His character is a perverted freak. That's who he is. It's a disgrace. You know, he's like he could be he's gonna grow up to be a sex offender seriously, as his character. Because it's so bad, and he pisses me off. Every time I see his character, he pisses me the fuck off. And I get mad at the creator, the author, who made this piece of pile of fucking garbage of a character. This anime had potential to be a fucking badass hardcore shit. But instead, the author decided to make it cheesy and piece of pile of fucking garbage. Sorry. That's, I'm just, it makes me mad because the show really had potential. It has a lot of potential to see this really cool world and build up. But you're focused on this fucking freak of a character that no one gives a fuck about. He doesn't do nothing for the series. And I keep saying it again. This show needs a reboot. A fucking reboot. That actually goes deep and dive deep into the characters. And you should have the main character already been the Red Dragon Emperor before he was killed by the fucking, well, not really killed, but he actually, pounds on the Renar when the first time she shows herself and kicks her ass. Because the Red Dragon Emperor is supposed to be terrifying, feared, and he's not. He's a weakling. Because he's now in this new body with Issei, but they never show his true potential, his power. And when he has true powers, it's because of he gets triggered by Rios' titties. Oh yeah. In season 4, let's talk about his powers. In season 4, it's basically Rios triggers Issei's true strength by her fucking boobies. Sorry, excuse me. That's disgusting. I'm sorry. Really? her fucking titties triggers his perversionness. It's just full power. It's so pathetic. I mean, it really is just like, at the core of it, it's disgusting and pathetic at the same time. And they made Rias Rias had potential to be a badass main character. But we never see that. We never see her as a terrifying devil. She's just, fan service. Akino basically never, and before I get to Akino, one last thing about Rias. Her relationship with Issei as basically supposed to be a fucking love interest never developed. It's the same thing as in every season. She's like, he's mine, he's my property. It's like she owns him. It's like, fuck you. You don't own anybody. And he, and I'm surprised that Issei is so fucking stupid. Rias, it's like, I would ask Rias, why did you, if you knew who I was, like, he should have, there was a question that never got answered. And since he's a fucking perverted loser and never asked this question, what should have been done in the fucking first season, if you knew who I was, Miss Rias Grimmy, why the fuck didn't you warn me about Renar? Now, I know people are like, oh, she's a good guy, she saved him. No, she didn't. She wanted his power. She let him die so she can resurrect him. Fuck you. She's a bad guy. She let him die. And Aja die, of course. Because if she wanted to, she could have killed all those fucking fallen angels and boom, saved Aja herself. In a blink of an eye. Without even trying. Like, no, seriously. She would have been, up, kill everybody like that. So, if people can tell me that Rias is a good guy, you're absolutely mistaken. Oh, but in the manga, she's a good guy. No, she's not a good guy. She's a fucking bad guy. Rias is a bad guy. Because she let a human person die to gain his powers. Basically, she knew who he was. And if I was in his position, I would have asked her, oh, so you know who I am. So why did you let me die? So you basically knew who I was, and you had Kunikyo spy on me, but you didn't warn me about her or save me from death. But instead you let me die. So you're not a good guy yourself. You're an asshole. You're a fucking bad guy. And you know what if I would have done next? If I was his position, kill them fucking motherfuckers. All of them. Kiba, Akino, Kinokyo, and Rias. Murder those fuckers. I slaughter them. Where they stand, because they let you die. They're not your friends. The friends don't let you die. Friends save you. But no, they let you lie. Let them die. We're not gonna warn him or save him. We're gonna let him die, so I can resurrect him and use him for my own, purposes. So she wanted to use Issei because from Rizar, but fucking A. If Rias wanted to defeat Rizar, she should have found a way to use holy water on this motherfucker and just boom. But my main thing is that Rias is very powerful. She's supposed to be powerful. Why couldn't she take on Rizar herself? She fought with him, but he overpowered her. She's supposed to be powerful. Rias is a Grimmy, basically daughter of the devil, and she's supposed to be badass, feared, and powerful. To me, no one gives a fuck about Rias. And why would her parents let her marry a scumbag, a loser in the first place? That makes no sense. Well, anyways, let's get down. Okay, so it's 15 minutes, so I'm not gonna waste too much time here. So let's get down with Akino. Akino is a really cool character. A little bit of character development. She got some backstory. But she's always using the same powers. My main problem with this series is that none of the characters ever seem to. We never see them training. We never get them to be able to go stronger. And Akino has potential in the manga. In the light novels, she gets really badass. She becomes more stronger and more powerful. But we never see them. She's basically using the same fucking technique and the same, power ability. And she's a wasted character. I love Akino. And for me, if they actually rebooted the series, have Akino end up with the main character instead of Rias. Because she had a real more of a backstory. And better character development. And as for Kiba, I liked Kiba. Kiba was a great character. Also a backstory, and I think he was a way better character than Issei. As for Kurikyo, she was great. Also backstory, a little bit, not so much, but she was a great character and she was fun anyway. But overall, this series is a failure. It's just focuses on the fan service and the pervertedness and the main character's garbage of a ham. There's a lot of characters I can do, but it's just, it's like 17 minutes already talking about what I hate about it. And it was just basically Rias and Issei. The most characters that I really hated. Because they were so bad. They were never developed. And, basically half the characters were more developed than these two fucking retards. But, sorry. I'll do another review. Another of my DXD opinion. Another high school DXD. And kind of talk a little bit more about it. But right now, this is about it, because I don't want to, go too much in it, go in too much time. But overall, this is just my opinions, and I think they can do a better job making a really more realistic character, more of a serious character, and make him feared, because it's like, the Red Dragon Emperor is supposed to be feared, and I think you could do season 1 with a 24 episode, give it 24 episodes. Just remake the fucking show, man. Just make it different, And again, Akino should have been the one with the main character. Rias could have ended up with somebody else. I mean, really, Is it really? I mean, seriously. But overall, I give this anime a fucking F. F for failure, because it was just so bad. Disappointment and god awful. But overall, again, I've said in the beginning, whether you like it or hate it, I would love to hear your opinions, and you leave your opinions in the comments down below, whether you like it or hate it. And if and again, I have no problem with people telling me why they liked it, why they thought it was good. Great. As long as it's a very clean comment and you're not going to leave me something nasty, because again, if you can leave me a nasty comment, I will not respond. I will not give you the time of fucking day, because I'm too old for that crap. And I'm not like everybody else, again, who just, gives you the time of day. I just don't give a shit. But again, if you're a cool dude, leave a comment why you liked it, and be cool to have a discussion on why you like it. Alright, so see you guys later. Have a good day or night wherever you guys are, and take care. Alright, bye bye.